Hello.
All right, Mr. McGrew, you can stand by. We're calling other cases, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, and so this is how. Mr. Bruin, how are you?
Hey, Judge, I'm well. How are you?
Good.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too. I just gotta find the file. Here we go. All right, so we're on the record in docket 2403073. That's people of the state of Michigan versus Brandon Howell. Will the parties please introduce themselves to the record? Mr. Staples.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Mr. Bruin.
Thank you, Your Honor. Tiffany DeBruin standing on for Justin Zaid on behalf of Mr. Howell, who is currently standing to my right at the podium.
All right, and sir, you are Brandon Howell, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Mr. Staples, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this point, I think we'd just be setting for a final pretrial and trial.
All right, is that a fair statement, Mr. Bruin?
It is, Your Honor.
So set for a final pretrial and jury trial. And then with your, Mr. Zaid is the attorney of record, is that correct?
Correct.
So you'll have to check with this, but we'll set it for final pretrial on.
June 9th at 8:30.
I don't know if you have access to his schedule, but is
I
June
do
9th
not.
work? Okay.
I do not, but I will certainly let him know.
All right, so June 9th at 9 o'clock or 8:30. And then you can contact Mr. Staples. That's for the final pretrial. And then the jury trial date is set for.
No idea.
Sometimes I would think after in July.
Oh, yeah.
And you can share these dates with them.
Absolutely.
I don't think we have I don't think we've set a jury trial
We
date yet
haven't.
on July.
That's okay. I can let him know to be
July
expected.
21st at 8 o'clock.
July 21st at 8:15. If you share both those dates with Mr. Saeed, right?
Correct.
Okay. Mr. Staples, you have those dates, final pretrial set for June 9th at 8:30, jury trial July 21st. And you have those dates, Mr. Staples?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else for the record in 2403073, Mr. Staples?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Brewer?
No, Your Honor.
You're all set, sir. We'll see you on that day.
Judge, may I approach just real quickly?
Yes.
Seeger, Your Honor.
All right, so Samaj McGrew, you're here for your files, Mr. Leland, or is it? So Samaj McGrew,
Yes, sir.
all right. I'm gonna place you in a breakout room with your public defender so you can talk to the lawyer before the hearing, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, and then there is Jesse Alvarez.
Yes,
I'm gonna
I'm
do the
here.
same for, we're gonna do the same for you. We're gonna place you in a breakout room with your attorney.
Yes, sir.
All right, and then are you Leland Seeger?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me rename. Okay. I'm also gonna place you in a breakout room. You'll probably be third in line just on the docket. So you'll, after the public defender sees Mr. McGrew and Mr. Alvarez, we'll also put you in a breakout room with a public defender so you can talk to your attorney before the hearing. All right, sir?
All right, sounds good.
All right, thank you. So stand by in the Zoom courtroom.
I have a question, sir. Am I supposed to be in another break room?
Yeah, I'm gonna put Mr. McGrew in with Mr. Harris, and then I'll put Mr. Alvarez and then Mr. Seeger. So Mr. Harris, let's put you in room one. You'll get a prompt to go to room one. And Mr. McGrew, you'll also get a prompt to go back to room one, and then we'll go from there. So I can go ahead, Mr. Alvarez, I can put you in a room two, and the public defender will be there to see you. Your attorney will see you after he's done meeting in room one. All right, sir?
Yes, sir.
You should get a prompt to go to room two. And Mr. Seeger, you'll get a prompt to go to room three, and then I'll place you with your attorney as soon as he becomes available. That is the city of Lansing versus Omar Jimenez. Will the parties please? Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Mr. Staples.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
All right, and sir, you are Omar Jimenez, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, and then my understanding of what happened, what we've done here is that a stip and order was advanced to the city attorney. It did come, I think I signed it. I think I signed it Friday. Yeah,
We don't
but
even have that.
what's that?
There's no notes indicating.
That, so, but
received it.
we don't have it in the computer, but that doesn't mean the city haven't agreed to an adjournment. Regardless, we'll adjourn it, okay? We'll adjourn it to make sure if the city doesn't have any objection, we'll reset it. The only problem is we don't know Mr. Williams' schedule, so Mr. Williams will be responsible. You'll get notice and you'll have to tell him.
Yeah.
All right. And Mr. Staples can talk to Mr. Williams. So let's reset that Omar Jimenez case. I'm gonna probably go 2 weeks out, Mr. Staples.
Yeah, all the stip, I did pull the stip electronic copy that we had, and all it said is that he had a commitment for a final trial conference today, so I would imagine 2 weeks would be fine.
All right, so let's set it for that in that realm of 2 weeks for Mr. Williams.
Okay, June 9th at 9.
So reset the pretrial on this case for June 9th. What time?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Because reset for June 9th at 9 o'clock, Mr. Menes, you should, you'll get notice from my court officer for that date. And then I'll leave it to you and Mr. Staples to let Mr. Williams know that's when we've set the time for it. Anything else for the record in 2500646, Mr. Staples?
No, Your Honor.
And do you have any questions of me, Mr. Menes? You should be all set. Thank you for your appearance. Now we can. So I think we should have a translator here for Raul Torres Tolentino, but there's some question whether it was ordered or not.
I know it was ordered, but I just don't see that there is when they and Bonnie's out running around doing jury trials.
Yeah. We've adjourned this for an interpreter on 3 different occasions. Yeah, and so if we've got if we have a problem with if we have a problem with the interpreter getting here, we need to know about it, but that's not Torres Talentino's fault. We just keep ordering it and he comes and then we don't have an interpreter here. It's a no ops case. So, but you probably need an interpreter just to somewhat communicate with him. Yeah. Is he here?
He is here.
All right, let's
We
go.
did grab,
We can grab Carlos
Okay.
if he's here. I don't know if Carlos is here.
I don't know.
I haven't seen him on the floor.
I don't
We've used him
remember.
before for a fill-in on these cases.
Yeah.
And then, so let's find out if he's around and maybe we can use him on this one,
Either
or else we
Car-
just adjourn it again and we've already done that.
Either Carlos or Gus. I think Gus speaks
Yeah,
Spanish.
Gus
You
also
had to
speaks
talk to him.
Spanish.
Gotcha. So that's true. I don't know what's going on. Okay.
All right. So let's email out to see if we can get somebody to help us.
Okay.
All right.
I'll let him know what's going on.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I don't know what Sean's doing.
Someone to come. I don't know what this is.
You might want to email him too.
They don't have city email.
Don't have any, no?
I just usually call them on the radio.
All right. We'll use either one that's available. I don't, and Gus doesn't work.
It's true for Gus too, but I know that Carlos is a number.
Yeah, Carlos can be used almost anytime.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Harris, I'm gonna put Mr. McGrew is back and I'm gonna put you in room 2, all right?
Sounds good, Your
That'll-
Honor. Thank you.
Alvarez. docket. Well, let me swear Carlos in first. There we go. Right, Carlos, I'm gonna have you say your first and last name for the record.
First name Carlos, last name Hernandez.
All right. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly, accurately, and impartially interpret the matter now before the court and not divulge confidential communications? So if you've got it under the penalty of perjury.
I do.
All right, thank you. All right, Carlos, you just let me know if I get going too fast. All right, all right. All right, so we're on the record in docket 24-03740. That is people of the city of Lansing versus Raul Torres Tolentino. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Mr. Staples.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Mr. Lee.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Raul Torres Tolentino.
And sir, you are Raul Torres Tolentino, is that correct? Thank you. This is the time set for a pre-trial in the matter. Mr. Staples, how we proceed?
Your Honor, it's my understanding from speaking to Mr. Lee that Mr. Torres Tolentino is in the process of working with the Secretary of State to get his license, and they will be seeking an adjournment to allow him to continue with that process.
And that is that a fair statement, Mr. Lee?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
So this started in December of 2024. We've adjourned for a Spanish interpreter on several occasions. And then I think last week we do need it, and we adjourned for 30 days. So we'll and this is every time we adjourn it, I'm afraid we won't have an interpreter.
Right. He has an appointment on May 27th.
Okay.
What's the date today? The 19th. I would think if we did 30 days, that should give him enough time to get the written test completed and at least get the permit status. Your Honor.
All right. All right. And then we will reorder the interpreter and we'll set it for 30 days out. But realistically, we're just running out of time. Okay, we're just running out of time. And so that's part of the problem. Okay. All right. So let's set for adjourn. And Mr. Staples, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of the city? That's the court's notion, is we're running out of time.
Your Honor, that's a fair statement. The city certainly is not common to allow a second adjournment. I think in this case, many of these were not Mr. Torres Tolentino's fault, and that's the reason we don't have an objection, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
And I think with the delays of the interpreter, I'm not sure he was aware of the status of his case until recently.
So we'll set for adjournment 30 days out for
June 16th at 10.
June 16th at 10 o'clock. You'll receive notice from my court officer. I'll indicate for the record that a Spanish interpreter is needed. And we'll need that, we'll use that for the next hearing, but they always don't show up, and that's the way you end up using Carlos.
Yeah.
But we have, I think the Spanish interpreter has been ordered on January 17th, on February 18th, on March 17th, and today's date. All right.
Entonces, pues cualquier cosa, si no llegan a través del siguiente, también me pueden usar a mí si yo estoy aquí para ayudar.
All right. Anything else for the record in 24-03740, Mr. Staples?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Lee.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have any questions of me, Mr. Torres Tolentino?
Not at this moment, Your Honor.
All right. You can get notice from my court officer. We'll see you on June 16th at 10 o'clock.
Es una noticia para regresar otra vez. Ahí tiene el tiempo, el día, y todo. Cuando más regrese con su licencia.
Carlos, thank you for your help today.
Yes, no problem, Judge.
That one probably needs a bunch of CYA, just like.
Yes.
All right, should I bring,
I'm
or you're still working on Mr.
I'm
Seeger?
speaking
All
with
right,
Mr. Seeger to see to discuss something with Mr. Staples.
all right. Mr. Moak's client is really nice.
This is 0 point.
I can stop him, but his whole thing is I don't think he was aware when it was being driven. The person who owned it
No,
didn't have
I
insurance.
understand, but without, I can't really do anything. It's already a 0.7
Yeah.
fraction, so. This is fine.
In the file. Thank you. I'm emailing Bonnie, but I want.
Yeah, that's just, it's kind of getting to be a CYA thing. All right, so we're on the record in docket 22-01226 and 23-00525. That is City of Lansing versus Pamela King. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Mr. Staples,
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Mr. Lee,
Assistant Public Defender John Lee on behalf of Pamela Nicole King.
and Pamela, based on representations of counsel and the court officers call the hallway. I do not see Pamela King in the Zoom courtroom. There's nobody in the physical courtroom. I've got previous paper fail to appears, which is, but as of twice before, and her indication was that she couldn't remember. These are both trespass cases. It would appear that Miss King has failed to appear for the set pretrial. Mr. Staples, how are we proceeding today?
Your Honor, these are older files. It looks like a 2022 and a 2023 case. If the court has indications of prior failures to appear, we would move for an immediate bench warrant.
I have paper fail to appears. I don't have, I don't have anything. What, on the trespass cases, what happened is that she was sent notice of, to get arraigned on it twice before, and she didn't show up, but those.
Then a 48-hour hold is fine.
I don't, yeah, I think a 48-hour hold probably be, we're gonna know one way or another if she's, if she's available. She has indicated that she is homeless. So I would think mail notification is gonna be a problem, you know.
Yes, sir.
So we will indicate a fail to appear, we'll issue a bench warrant, a 48-hour.
Still no answer in the whole year.
Okay. And that on file 2201-226 and 2300-525 will issue a bench warrant with a 48-hour hold. Anything else for the record on either one of those files, Mr. Staples?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Lee?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we're all set. Thank you. Thank you for covering that, Mr. Lee. Then we'll let Mr. Harris worry about Perkovic. Mr. Milks is on his way. We got a phone call from him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we told his client that he's on his way.
Yes, we already told, and his client's just waiting. in the hallway.
Okay, perfect.
She was working. Can we call Davis?
Yes.
Yes, Dolores Davis. And we're about to call Alvarez.
Some guy, he's not on our docket.
So I think Mr. Harris is on his way. All right, so we're on the record in docket 24L2836583. That is people of the city of Lansing versus Jesse Alvarez. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Mr. Staples.
Matt Staples on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Mr. Alvarez, who is appearing via Zoom, Your Honor.
Thank you. And sir, you are Jesse Alvarez, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You can hear me all right, Mr. Alvarez?
Yes, sir.
Right, thank you. This is the time set for pretrial, City of Lansing pretrial. Mr. Staples, how we proceed?
This is Mr. Alvarez's first appearance, Your Honor. I believe defense will be asking for an adjournment, and given this is first appearance, the city would have no objection.
And Mr. Harris.
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct. We would be requesting at least a 45-day adjournment. My client has indicated he is in the process of trying to get his license and was going to be calling the Secretary of State office today to schedule an appointment for the permit test. So we would be requesting at least 45 days to give him time to engage in compliance.
All right, and so we'll adjourn 6 weeks out for Mr. Alvarez to start the compliance measures, which he's already doing. So we'll adjourn this pretrial for,
I have 5 weeks or 8 weeks.
If possible, 8 would be
Yeah, let's
preferable, Your
try
Honor.
8
Might
weeks.
give more time for my client to get his license.
July 14th at 9.
July 14th at 9 o'clock. All right, so Mr. Alvarez, because the court schedule, we've adjourned it 8 weeks out for compliance measures. So we'll be back here on July 14th at 9 o'clock. And is that, I want to make sure is that Narragansett Lansing address still a good address for notification purposes?
Yes. Currently right now, I'm in the balance of getting my own place. I just got approved from some apartments. I've been homeless for 2 years
All
already.
right. But you have access to that Narragansett set for notification purposes until you update the address with us. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So that's where the notice will be set for July 14th at 9 o'clock. And then we can reissue to see what's been completed on compliance measures on the ticket. Anything else for the record in 24 L2A36583, Mr. Staples?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris.
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Alves, we'll see you on July 14th at 9 o'clock. Thank you for your appearance today.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too. And then, Mr. Harris, did you want to call? Let's go on Perkovich.
All right, Your Honor.
Yeah, since we know where Mr. Perkovich here is. That's and he's going to treatment, right?
That is my understanding.
So you're just gonna have to let us know where to writ him out of. We'll reset it, and then either we have a writ or they've got a Zoom set up there that we can contact him via Zoom. Because I think Washtenaw County is gonna let him out to go to writ him out to treatment.
That was when I spoke with him last week and earlier this morning, Your Honor, my understanding from him was that he was originally supposed to be released to treatment, I think late like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, which was why, no, a week ago, which is why he was originally, I think in the correspondence I got from Ms. Holden, that Washtenaw was indicating that he wouldn't be available on the writ after the 12th. However, when I spoke with him last week, he indicated that his release date to treatment was pushed out, and he wanted to essentially make sure that the court was aware of that and that the court would still have him here for his court date. And when I looked at the docket and spoke with, I believe, Ms. Slaviak last week, she indicated that there was a video pretrial set, so he should be joining via video from Washtenaw County, which is what I advised him. However, it seems that writ may have been denied because of the concerns about him being out, and that is why he is not here today.
Yeah, we have more than one agency. I said being released I've got a note. And then at emails, because those emails back, being released May 12th per Sergeant Flint, he obviously wasn't. He's still in the Washtenaw County Jail. I would think that we reset this adjournment with the understanding that he'll need to be writ out for either Zoom or brought here. Usually it's Zoom if they have that capability because they don't want to interrupt any treatment. But that seems to make sense. Mr. Staples.
No objection from the city.
All right. So we're once again, we're on the record in 24-03-249. I think we've done appearances. Have we done appearances? We haven't? Okay. Appearances for the record on 24-03-249, Mr. Staples.
Matt Staples, on behalf of the city of Lansing.
All right, Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Joshua Perkovich, who is currently not present, Your Honor. He is currently located in the Washtenaw County Jail, and it seems there was a bit of a mix-up or a bit of an issue, as we discussed off the record, regarding trying to get him here for this pretrial today.
Right, and to the best, we thought he was going to be released May 12th. He was not released May 12th. The writ was done for for an earlier date. He's been held over for treatment purposes, essentially. And so he is not, so the next option is to have him here by Zoom at video conferencing. He's not here by video conferencing. The writ was denied. We know he's going to be in treatment after he's released from Washtenaw County. So we'll reset this, we'll adjourn the hearing. I would think 30 days out. Sometimes, you know, that seems in that vicinity. That's a safe play, I think.
Understood, Your Honor.
Yeah, and then that'll give everybody time to work with him as far as getting, because if we know we need it 2 weeks for the writ. The video we don't need any time, but we don't know where he's going, and you know, so let's do it 30 days out or in that vicinity, and then if we need a writ because the facility requires one, we'll do one. If not, the video conference will work. All right, so we'll adjourn retrial. D is still Washtenaw. Be in treatment. May need to writ him out of treatment. Zoom. So, Mr. Harris, as soon as you find out where we need to Zoom, let us know. Email. You can email my staff, and we'll figure it out from there. And we'll set the adjourned pretrial for
June 23rd at 10 o'clock.
June 23rd at 10 o'clock. Right. Anything else for the record in 2403-249, Mr. Staples?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris.
Just one thing for the record, Your Honor, I do note that there is a discovery request that's still pending that I was also going to be the part of the basis for a request to adjourn on this before we had the issues with getting Mr. Perkovich present.
And that is being processed, Your Honor.
All right.
It should be turned over as soon as we get the materials.
This
from
is off
Central
this is off a littering ticket, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, and I do have a letter from Mr. Perkovic when he was at and he's still there at the indicating that he was afraid he was out of control, missed this. So it's not like he hasn't been in contact. That's dated March 24th. He was afraid, and then he says, "I will make arrangements from the treatment center if they put me in treatment." And my understanding is they are, but he's got to be released, and he's still there. All right, so we know where Mr. Perkovich here is. He's not here, but we know where he is. All right, so that's all for the record in 2403-249. All right, and then was there Mr. McGrew?
Yes, Your Honor, we should be ready on Mr. McGrew.
All right, Samaj McGrew. And then Mr. Milks, are you ready on Mr. Lewis?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can stay. Let's take care of some of this little stuff, and then we can kind of address that. And so we're on the record in docket 2403-043. That is people of the city of Lansing versus Samaj McGrew. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Mr. Staples.
Matt Staples on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Mr. Samaj McGrew, who is appearing via Zoom, Your Honor.
And sir, you are Samaj McGrew, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can hear me all right, Mr. McGrew?
Yes, sir.
This is the time set for a City of Lansing pretrial. Mr. Staples, how are we proceeding?
I defer to Mr. Harris on this one.
Mr. Harris.
Yes, Your Honor, I spoke with my client. He indicated that he is as well in the process of trying to get his license. He is planning to call the Secretary of State today to schedule the appointment for the permit test. Similar to the other case from previously, we would be requesting the 8 weeks out court date to try and give him some time to engage in compliance, Your Honor.
All right, and this is the first request. This was set for, it's been set for pretrial before. Mr. Staples, how are we proceeding today?
Your Honor, I have this as the first appearance in our system as
Okay.
well, so we would have no objection to an adjournment.
Okay, I don't have an objection to the adjournment for compliance. This is a little, Mr. McGridd, it's a little because he's never applied for a license. He's gonna have to clear that up.
Yes,
You know, with
I
the
understand, Your
Secretary of
Honor, and
State.
I've discussed that with him.
Yeah, so so we're gonna let you some time to try to get Mr. McGrew. What we're trying to do is get you the license back, but you're gonna have to take some steps towards that, which may be problematic. All right, but you should contact the Secretary of State and start following up on whatever you need to get your license, and we'll work with you. We'll give you some time. I think we're 8 weeks out. I think
Yes, Your Honor.
this it. So we'll do an 8-week adjournment for
July 14th at 9:30.
July 14th at 8:30? 1:30,
9:30.
9:30. Doesn't even close.
I'm
Oh. All right, so Mr. McGrew, we've adjourned this for July 14th at 9:30. And you should get notification sent to the Trappers Cove address. Is that still a good address for you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. In the meantime, you take the opportunity from July 14th, because I'm going to look at the file. I'm going to it's an 8-week adjournment. Some measures should be done in regards to at least finding out how much is paid, getting, you have to set up the test, things of that nature. We'll come back and revisit this in July 14th, but that will let us know that you're doing all these things in order to get your license back. All right, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything for the record in 2403043, Mr. Staples?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris?
Not for the defense, Your Honor.
All right. We'll see you on July 14th at 9:30, sir. Thank you for your appearance today.
All right, appreciate it.
Then. Are you ready on Mr. Seeger?
Yes, Your Honor, we are prepared on that case as well.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 25L2937921, 25L2937922. That is people of the city of Lansing versus Leland Seeger Jr. Will the parties please introduce themselves to the record? Mr. Staples.
Matt Staples on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Harris.
Assistant Public Defender James Harris here on behalf of Leland Seeger for purposes of, for the pretrial, he is appearing via Zoom.
Sir, and thank you. Sir, you are Leland Seeger, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you can hear me all right, Mr. Seeger?
Yes.
Right, this is the time set for a City of Lansing pretrial on the file and it looks like an accompanying ticket. Mr. Staples, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, Mr. Seeger has obtained a valid license, so the city would be moving to dismiss the failure to display ops. And then my understanding is that Mr. Seeger will be accepting responsibility for the no proof civil infraction.
That is correct, Your Honor. I spoke with my client regarding the case. He indicated that he is going to be accepting responsibility for the civil infraction.
All right.
And he will be requesting 30 days to pay, I believe it should be a $150 ticket.
155.
155. All right. I knew they'd kind of,
I'm guessing there was an accident.
all right. All right. So accepting a responsibility for the no proof, will that be, will Mr. Seeger be accepting responsibility, or will you be accepting responsibility on his behalf, Mr. Harris?
Whatever the court would prefer, Your Honor.
I think it's easier if you accept responsibility. This is, so we're working from the same ticket of L2933792 for conduct that occurred on March 28, 2025 at Pennsylvania Avenue and Hayco Drive. Do you accept responsibility for your client not having insurance on that date with $155 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So responsibility has been accepted on behalf of Mr. Seeger, and we will, you said 30 days?
Yes, he's requesting at least 30 days to get that paid.
Right, we'll go 30 days out for payment or greater, but however we look. June 10th?
June 18th.
June 18th, okay. So it'll be June 18th, the city of Lansing for the $155 payment. Mr. Seeger, you can pay online, in person, or by phone. You can, since you've got some time to work with June 18th, everything has to be paid. The $155 has to be paid by that June 18th date. You can pay a little bit as you go, as long as it's all paid by June 18th. All right, sir?
Okay.
All right. Anything else for the record in docket 25L2937922? That is the ticket that the responsibility was confirmed on, or 25L2937921, which was dismissed for compliance purposes. Mr. Staples.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris.
Not for the defense, Your Honor.
All right, you're all set, Mr. Seeger. June 18th is the date that you should probably write down for the full amount to be paid to the city of Lansing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So those are those sir, under the moniker of Lorenzo, can you identify yourself?
Yes, my name is Lorenzo Chestnut.
What did you say your last name was?
Chestnut.
And what's the name of your case? What's number did they give you for the case number? I'm making sure you're in the right courtroom.
The case number is 19G4 203 1610I.
Sounds like a ticket.
I'm trying to figure out what this is because I have no clue what this ticket is.
Yeah, I think you're not on our docket, but let's see what docket. So your name is Lorenzo
Chestnut.
What's your last name, sir?
Chestnut.
Spell that for me.
CHESTNER.
Good time.
Yeah, it was close.
All right, I have that as from the computer. It was a seatbelt ticket, and it's been closed as of March 27th.
Okay, yeah, because I haven't even been in Lansing, so I don't even know what this is about.
But I can't explain to you, but we have that as closed on March 27th.
Okay, so I'm good.
Yep, you should be good, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we're on the record in docket TG 23007516 and TU 23026136. That is the City of Lansing versus Lorandi Lemus. This is the time set for a show cause on two outstanding tickets. The balance on the TU 23026136 is $102. The balance on the 23007516 is a balance of the $108. This was set for show cause to get today. Sure. Set for show cause at 9:30. It is now 11:17. There's nobody by Mr. Lemus in the Zoom court or physical courtroom, and nobody's answered in the hallway. It would appear that the defendant has failed to appear for the show cause hearing. These are both parking indications, and I have no previous failed to appears. I'm going to issue a bench warrant with a 48-hour hold. That's all for the record. In both of those, tickets. There's the Randy Loomis. Right, so we're on the record in dockets 23 L2818191 and 23 L2818192. That is City of Lansing versus the Lease Crenshaw. This is the time set for show cause. It was set for 11 o'clock. It is now 11:18. There is Ms. Crenshaw is not in the Zoom courtroom, physical courtroom, or hallway. It appeared that the defendant has failed to appear for the show cause hearing for the no proof of insurance and proper ticket show cause, and the court will issue a bench warrant with a 48-hour hold. Because I have no previous fail to appears on this matter on either ticket. And that's all for the record in 23 L2818191 and 23 L2818192. Then we're on the record in Crenshaw. We're on the record in 24 L2891821. That is City of Lansing versus Amber Davis. This is also an outstanding ticket on a speeding ticket with a balance of $204. I do have a previous fail to appear on this, so it was defaulted. The speeding ticket was defaulted for fail to appear. This was scheduled for 11 o'clock. It is now 11:20. I do not see Amber Davis in the Zoom courtroom or physical courtroom. Nobody's answering by that in the hallway. It would appear that the defendant has failed to appear for the show cause. And I'll issue a bench warrant and bond forfeiture in the matter. I do have a previous fail to appear at the default of, and that was set on October 24th. And then it was set for show cause on March 12th. And then so the defendants failed to appear on the May 19th show cause. That's all for the record in that file.
Other than ones that you're done.
Then we're on the record in 23 L2772051. That is City of Lansing versus Keith Love Daniels. This was set for show cause on March 12th from a previous default on a speeding ticket of $192. This was scheduled for 11 o'clock. It is now 11:21. It appears that the defendant has failed to appear for show cause. I do not see Keith Daniels in the Zoom courtroom, physical courtroom, or the hallway. Nobody answered to that name in the hallway. And a bench warrant and bond forfeiture are issued. The defendant previously failed to appear on August 8th, 2023, and that's where the default came from. So that's all for the record in docket 23 L2772051. And we're on the record in 22-01794. That's people of the state of Michigan, or people of the city of Lansing versus Kevin Mosher. This is the time set for a show cause. It was scheduled for 11 o'clock. It is now 11:23. It would appear that the defendant has failed to appear for the show cause. I have a balance. I think this came out of a City of Lansing case. Balance of $500, $455.
Yeah, it was a state case.
$455. This was scheduled for 11/11/23. It would appear that Mr. Mosher has failed to appear for show cause. I do not see it. Mr. Mosher in the Zoom courtroom, physical courtroom. Nobody's answering by that name in the hallway. And I will issue a bench warrant and bond forfeiture for his fail to appear. And that's all the record, all on the record, 22-01794. I think that's the show causes. I don't see anybody on Zoom.
You can go ahead and line up.
I'm gonna